Hello everyone, this is Dr. Surya. Again today we are going to see some more problem on hydrostatic force on a plane surface. We'll go to the problem. A pipeline which is 4 meter in diameter contains a gate valve. The pressure at the center of the pipe is 19.6 Newton per centimeter square and the pipe is filled with oil of specific gravity 0.87. Find the force exerted by the oil upon the gate and position of center of pressure. So this is what is given in the problem. So they have given that a pipeline is there which is 4 meter in diameter. So I have drawn a pipeline and this symbol indicates that the pipeline is continuing. So we have drawn only a section. So in this pipeline there is a gate valve. So you can see a green line and this is going to be the gate valve in the pipeline. And they have given that pressure in the center of the pipe is 19.6 Newton per centimeter square. And completely the pipe is filled with oil and its specific gravity is 0.87. So we have to determine the force exerted by the oil upon the gate and also the position of center of pressure. So what is the force exerted by the oil? So the formula for force is rho g Ah bar and the formula for position of center of pressure is Ig by Ah bar plus H bar. So we have to determine the force as well as position of center of pressure. And if you see here, they haven't given the H bar value directly. So we have to determine the H bar value. So to determine the H bar value, what the hint given in the problem is pressure is given. So if the pressure is given, we have to use a completely different formula. In the previous cases, they might have given the H bar value and will be determining it very easily. But here they have indirectly they have given the pressure value. So from the pressure value, we have to determine the H bar value, or we can call it as otherwise H bar is also called as pressure head value. So the formula to determine the H bar value is equal to P by omega naught. So P is going to be the pressure and omega naught is going to be weight density. So already we know the formula for weight density, which is nothing but rho g. Okay, so this is what we have to determine. Okay, this is how we have to determine the pressure head. So pressure at the center of the pipe P is given to be 19.6 Newton per centimeter square. So we have to convert it into meter square. So 19.6 into 10 power 4 Newton per meter square. So centimeter is in denominator, that's why we have to put 10 power minus 4 in the denominator. When it comes to numerator, it becomes plus sign. And again you can see that the density value, if it is for water, we have to take it as 1000. But here oil is given, so which is 1000 into specific gravity. So specific gravity of the oil is 0.87. So we have seen the formula that specific gravity is equal to rho liquid by rho water. So this is what we are going to find here. Instead of rho liquid, rho oil by rho water. So that's what we have to see into 9.81. So this is going to be my rho naught and 9.81 is going to be G. So easily I can get my H bar value. So H bar is equal to P by omega naught. P value is 19.6 into 10 power 4 and omega naught is rho naught into G. So rho naught is 1000 into 0.87, G is 9.81. So which is going to be 22.988 meter. So I have calculated my pressure head at the center or H bar. Okay, now easily I can get the value of F. So F is going to be rho g A H bar. So as such I have told my rho value is 1000 into 0.87, G is 9.81 and I have to get the value of area. So area is nothing but pi by 4 d square. So pi by 4 d square is nothing but 4 square. So here it is given the diameter to be 4. So I am putting my area as pi by 4 into 4 square into h bar I have calculated as 22.988. So my force will be equal to 2465500 Newton or 2.465 mega Newton. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So mega Newton, 2.465 mega Newton. So this is going to be the one answer. And the next they have asked to determine the position of center of pressure. That is the second one. That is they are asked about determine the position of center of pressure, that is H star. So which is nothing but Ig by AH bar plus H bar. So already we have calculated our H bar, and only thing we have to calculate our Ig. Ig is nothing but pi by 64 into d power 4. Okay, so now H star is equal to, instead of Ig I am substituting pi by 64 into d power 4, and instead of A I am substituting pi by 4 into d square into H bar plus H bar. So this pi and pi can get cancelled, and this d square and this becomes d square, this becomes 16. So H star is equal to d square by 16 H bar plus H bar. So H star is equal to 4 square by 16 into 22.988 plus 22.988. So my H star is equal to 0.043 plus 22.988. So my H star value will be 23.031 meter. So this will be my second answer. The first answer is force exerted by the oil on the gate, so which is 2.465 mega Newton, and the second one is the center of pressure is going to be 23.031 meter. The next problem we are going to see is determine the total pressure and center of pressure on the isosceles triangular plate of base 4 meter and altitude 4 meter where it is immersed vertically in an oil of specific gravity 0.9 and the base of the plate coincides with the free surface of oil. So I have drawn an isosceles triangle and they have told that it is coinciding with the free surface of oil. So this will be my free surface of oil, and they have told base is going to be 4 meter, so this will be my 4 meter, and altitude is also 4 meter, so my height is going to be 4 meter. As usual, center of gravity G, this is P, so this will be my H bar, and again this will be my H star. Generally pressure will be increase in depth, and so that's why we are writing below the center of gravity. The center of pressure lies there. Okay, so now we have asked us to determine the total pressure and center of pressure, which is we have asked us to determine F, and the formula for F is rho G A H bar, and we have asked to determine the center of pressure, that is H star. H star is nothing but Ig by AH bar plus H bar. So we have to determine these two things. So first we will calculate our F. F is equal to rho G AH bar. So in this I have to get the value of rho. So rho is nothing but, as usual, specific gravity is given. So specific gravity of oil is given here. So specific gravity is rho oil by rho water. Okay, so rho oil will be equal to specific gravity into rho water. So here specific gravity is 0.9 into 1000. So I have got the value for density. G is 9.81, it is known to me. And next is going to be the area. Since it is a triangular plate, my area will be half into B into H, that is half into 4 into 4. which is 8 meter square. Next is h bar. So h bar is nothing but the distance of center of gravity from free surface of oil. So I know the formula. H bar is equal to 1/3 of h, which is nothing but h by 3, which is 4 by 3, that is 1.33 meter. So I have calculated all those things. Now it is very easy for me to calculate the total pressure force. So F is equal to rho value is 0.9 into 1000 and G value is 9.81. A value is 8 meter square and H bar value is 1.33. So my force will be equal to 9597.6 Newton. So I have calculated the force value. Next I have to calculate the center of pressure, that is H star. H star is Ig by AH bar plus H bar. So H bar value is known to me. I have calculated already, and I have to calculate the Ig value. So what is this Ig value? Again I am repeating. It is Ig is nothing but moment of inertia about an axis which passes through the center of gravity of the area, and it will be always parallel to free surface of the liquid. That is called as Ig. So Ig is, it is passes through the moment of inertia which is passing through the center of gravity of the area. So the formula for triangular section Ig will be equal to BH cube by 36. So B is 4, H is also 4, so which is equal to 7.11 meter power 4. Unit for moment of inertia is meter power 4. So H star is equal to Ig value is 7.11. A value I have already calculated as 8 meter square. H bar value is also already calculated, which is 1.33 plus 1.33. So which is 0.6667 plus 1.33. So my H star value will be equal to 1.99 meter. So this is my answer. So the force value is 9597.6 Newton and H star is 1.99 meter. The next problem is a vertical sluice gate is used to cover an opening in the dam. Okay, and the opening is 2 meter wide and 1 meter height. So it means what? You are having a opening in the dam and you are using that sluice gate to cover that opening, and the opening will be of 2 meter wide and 1.2 meter height, so which is like a rectangle. The gate is in the form of a rectangular form, and on the upstream side of the gate the liquid of specific gravity 1.45 lies up to a height of 1.5 meter above the top of the gate. So which means what? On the upstream side you are having one liquid, that is it's of specific gravity 1.45, and this liquid is from the top of the gate, it is up to 1.5 meter it is lying. So I have drawn a diagram like this. So you are having this is going to be your gate, okay, and this is going to be a upstream side of there is a upstream side of the gate, you are having a liquid. So let this be the liquid whose specific gravity is 1.45. So let me keep this as free surface of liquid. Okay, then they have given that up to 1.5 meter height, it lies up to 1.5 meter height. So which means from the top of the gate this liquid is lying up to 1.5 meter height. And another thing they have given that the height of the gate is 1.2 meter and it is 2 meter wide. So let me keep the height of the gate. So this be the height of the gate. So this be 1.2 meter. So the height of the gate is 1.2 meter. Okay, we have marked this, and this will be my upstream side. I will be denoting U bar S, and this will be my downstream side. Okay, next thing, whereas on the downstream side the water is available up to your height touching the top of the gate. So it means what? In the downstream side I am having a water. So this is going to be my free surface of water. So upstream side I am having the liquid of specific gravity 1.45 and downstream side I am having my water. Then find the resultant force acting on the gate and position of center of pressure. So the first point is we have to determine the resultant force. Second is find also the force acting horizontally at the top of the gate which is capable of opening it. And assume that the gate is hinged at the bottom. Let you can see this, let this be the hinge. So this is what is given to me in the problem. So we have to determine the resultant force and we have to determine the position of center of pressure, and also apart from that we have to find the force which is required to open the gate. Okay, so what is this resultant force actually? It means what? The total amount of the force that is acting on the object or body. So that is called as the resultant force, which means that what will be the force that will act on the gate. So if you see here in the problem, in the upstream side you are having a liquid. So from the liquid there will be a force which will be acting on the gate. So I am keeping this force as F1. Okay, on the downstream side I am having another force which will act on the gate due to water. So this, let this be F2. Okay, apart from that I want to find what is the force that is acting horizontally on the top of the gate, which means on the top of the gate. So you can, on the top of the gate also there will be some force that will be acting. So I keep this force as F. Okay, so I have to determine all these forces. So again I repeat, let F1 be the force cast due to liquid of specific gravity 1.45 on gate. F2 be the force due to water on the gate. Okay, now we want to find resultant force, which means you can see in the diagram that F1 and F2 are in opposite direction. So my resultant force will be F1 minus F2 or F2 minus, whichever is larger I can take. For the time being I am writing it as F1 minus F2. That is going to be the resultant force, since because both the forces are opposite in direction. So for that I have to determine what is F1 and what is F2. Once if I have found out F1 and F2, then only I can find out my resultant force. So I will be taking the first case, which is that force cast due to liquid of specific gravity 1.45 on gate. So you know the formula, which is F1 is equal to rho Ag H bar. This is going to be the formula. Okay, now rho as usual, specific gravity, that is due to the liquid of specific gravity. So specific gravity is given to us, means we have to determine the rho as rho liquid by rho water. So my rho liquid value will be, this will be the rho liquid value will be specific gravity into rho water. Specific gravity is 1.45 and water is 1000. Okay, next is area. I have to get the value of area. So area, you can see this is due to gate, acting on the gate. So area I can take it as B into D, because the gate is rectangular shape. So B is 2 meter, height is 1.2, so which is going to be 2.4 meter square. So I can take this as area. G is known to me, which is 9.81. Okay, so next I have to get the value of H bar. So what is this H bar? So F1 is acting at this center of the gate. So I can take this value as 1.5 plus 1.2 by 2. Hope you understand. So F1 is acting at the center of the gate. So above the top of the gate they are having a liquid of height 1.5 meter. So I have to count from the top surface, free surface of the liquid. So my H bar will be 1.5 plus the force is acting at the center of the gate. So the height of the gate is 1.2 by 2. So which is 2.1 meter. So H bar is nothing but depth of center of gravity of gate from free surface of liquid. Note it down, depth of center of gravity of gate from free surface of the liquid. Now I can easily get the value of F1. So F1 will be equal to 1.45 into 1000 into 9.81 and my A is 2.4 and I have determined my H bar as 2.1. For simplicity I will keep this as H1 bar because we will be coming across another force also we have to determine. So I will keep this as H1 bar. Okay. So which is equal to 2.1. So my F1 will be 71691 Newton. So I have determined the value of F1. Okay. Next, I have to get the value of F2. The same formula which is rho into G into A H bar. So here in the downstream side if you take, you are having only the water. So the specific, there will not be any specific gravity. So rho water is going to be 1000 and G is 9.81 and again H2 bar is nothing but depth of center of gravity of gate from free surface of water. So from we have to take into account from this height. So I straight away I can put 1.2 by 2. So F2 is nothing but rho value is 1000, G value is 9.81, A value is 2.4 and I'll keep this as H2 bar which is 1.2 by 2 which is 0.6. So into 0.6. Okay. So I'll be getting my F2 as 14126 Newton. So now it is very easy to get my resultant force. Resultant force will be equal to F1 minus F2. So which is equal to 71691 minus 14126. So my resultant force will be equal to 57565 Newton. Okay. So I have determined the first answer, the resultant force that is acting on the gate. So next they have asked is determine the position of center of pressure of the resultant force. So this, let this be the first one and second one is going to be second one is going to be position of center of pressure. Position of center of pressure of resultant force. So this is what we have to find in the second part. Okay. So actually if you see, the force F1 will be acting at a depth of H1 star from free surface of the liquid and force F2 will be acting at the depth of H2 star from free surface of water. So there are two different free surfaces. So this point center, from the center of gravity you will be having because here in the upstream side we have to take from the free surface of liquid and the downstream side we have to take from free surface of water. So two H star and H1 star and will be there. So I will be taking for the first case for the force F1. So H1 star will be equal to Ig by A H1 bar plus H1 bar. Okay. So Ig, which is moment of inertia, that is BD cube by 12, that is 2 into 1.2 cube by 12, which is 0.2 0.288 meter per 4. So H1 star will be equal to 0.288. Area I have calculated already as 2.4 into 2.1. H1 bar I have calculated as 2.1. So 2.1 plus 2.1. So which is equal to H1 star will be 0.0571 plus 2.1, which is equal to 2.1571 meter. So I have to calculate from the hinge. So I have calculated my H1 star, that is from here I have calculated my H1 star. So from the hinge, what is the distance? I have to calculate from the hinge. So how can I calculate this? It's very simple. Up to the hinge, the height is 1.5 plus 1.2 meter is the height. And if I subtract this H1 star, I will be easily get the value of distance of F1 from the H. Okay, so I will be calculating the distance of F1 from hinge is equal to 1.5 plus 1.2 minus of H1 star. If you see the diagram, you can understand still better, which is 2.7 minus 2.1571, which is 0.5429 meter. So I have calculated the distance of F1 from hinge. Similarly, we have to calculate the distance of F2 from hinge. Okay, what is F2? F2 will be acting at a depth of H2 star from the free surface of water. The same formula, that is Ig by A H2 bar plus H2 bar. So Ig we have calculated already as 0.288. So H2 star is 0.288 divided by area also we have calculated already 2.4, and H2 we have calculated as 0.6 plus 0.6. So H2 star is equal to 0.2 plus 0.6, which is equal to 0.8 meter. Distance of F2 from hinge. If you take this F2, for this from the diagram, that is we have to account from the free surface of liquid. So free surface of liquid means the total height is nothing but 1.2 meter. So 1.2 minus of my H2 star. Okay, so 1.2 minus H2 star, so which is equal to 1.2 minus 0.8, which is 0.4 meter. So I have calculated what is the force and what is the center of pressure, as well as up which distance these forces will be acting from the hinge. These are calculated. Now we have to calculate how far the resultant force is acting at a distance. So I have to calculate the resultant force. We have calculated our resultant force to be 57565 Newton. So that will be acting at a distance. We have to determine this distance. So which is very simple. It's going to be very simple. So F1 into H1 star minus F2 into distance, sorry, F1 into what distance it is acting. So we know this already. So F1 into distance minus F2 into distance from the height divided by resultant force. So my F1 value is 71691 and the distance of F1 from the hinge is 0.5429 and my F2 is 14126 and the distance of F2 from hinge is 0.4 and the resultant force is going to be 57565. Okay, so we are going to calculate this. So which is nothing but 38921 minus 5650.4 divided by 57565 meter above the hinge. So how far we are calculating, how much from the hinge, how much distance this resultant force is acting on. So that is what we are calculating. So which will be equal to 0.578 meter above the hinge. So the resultant force of 57565 Newton will be acting at 0.578 meter above the hinge. So we have calculated two parts. Now we have to calculate our third part, that is they have asked find also the force acting horizontally at the top of the gate which is capable of opening it. Okay, so we have to calculate the force at the top of the gate which is capable of opening the gate. So this is what we are going to calculate. So already we have told that F is the force that is required on the top of the gate. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are going to take the moments about F. So about F we are going to take the moments, and F1 and F2 about the hinge. So we have to take the moments of F and F1 and F2 about the hinge. So you know, force into perpendicular distance is called as our moment. Okay, so if you take here, you are having your force F. So about the hinge we are taking. So force is F into perpendicular distance is 1.2. Next is force is F2 into our perpendicular distance is 0.4. So which you have calculated that distance of F2 from hinge. So both the forces are in the it's moving on anti-clockwise direction. So here I am taking anti-clockwise as positive and clockwise as negative. So F into 1.2 plus F2 into 0.4 minus of F1 into the distance is going to be 0.5429, which is equal to 0. So when I take this moment, I know the value of F1 and F2, and the only unknown is going to be F. So very easily I can calculate the value of F. Okay, as told earlier, F into 1.2 plus F2 into 0.4 minus F1 into 0.5429 is equal to 0. So F into 1.2 is equal to, I am bringing all the other terms in the other side. So F1 into 0.5429 minus of F2 into 0.4. So my ultimate aim is to determine the value of F. So F is equal to, F1 value is 71691 into 0.5429 minus 14126 into 0.4 divided by 1.2. So which is 38921 minus 5650.4 divided by 1.2. So my F is going to be 27725.5 Newton. So which is 27.7255 kilonewton. So this is the force that is required at the top of the gate, and this is the force that is required to open the gate. Thank you. Happy learning.